guys, it's Lauren. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another current favorites video. It's been quite some time since I did a current favorites video. I believe the last one was in like March, and that was quite some time ago, and I feel like I've had a lot of things that have come into my life that I've really been loving and would love to recommend with you. I also have like products that I use like seasonally, and I didn't get around to filming my fall favorites video for this year, so I'm kind of going to be throwing those in here as well if you're interested. I would love to hear what products you're loving recently in the comments down below. And just so you guys know, I will have all products that I mentioned today linked in the description below. Any link with an asterisk beside it is an affiliate link, so that just means if you purchase a product using that link, I can make a commission off of your purchase, but it's no extra cost to you. I just like to give you guys a heads up and let you know early on in the video. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into talking about the products I've been loving. So the first recommendation I have for you is a makeup product. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. This is, I believe, less than like $10, and I find it in the shade 115, so if you have a similar complexion to me, this might be a good shade for you to try. It definitely is kind of a more brightening shade for me. I use it underneath my eyes, and it does help get rid of any darkness and any discoloration that I may have. Every now and then, if I'm being kind of lazy and don't want to grab a different concealer, I will use it as a spot concealer, but that's pretty rare. Typically, I use this as my under eye brightening concealer, and it does wonders. I normally set it with my Fenty Beauty setting powder, and once I do, I'm pretty much good to go. I'll see a teeny tiny bit of creasing after, you know, a long period of time has passed and I've been wearing this, but it's really not anything more than I would expect from any other concealer, and this is so full coverage. And I can't believe that it only creases that minimally after such a long time of wearing it. I just would think that it would crease a lot more. It's the one that I have on today. It's the one that I wear most days, quite honestly, unless I'm doing like a very no makeup look. And another thing with this is, although it is full coverage, it doesn't feel as heavy as, say, like the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which is known for being very full coverage, very long wearing. It does have, you know, that Tarte concealer does feel kind of heavy on your skin, while this one absolutely doesn't. So I definitely would recommend giving it a go. I mean, this is probably going to be in my Best of Beauty 2020 favorites video. So if you're someone whose skin does not have a lot of problems, like, I know this sounds weird, but if like you're someone who, when you're looking for a body wash, you're looking for something that's just going to get the job done, get your skin clean, you're not really looking for something that's going to target a specific problem your skin may have, this is something I've really been enjoying, and it's kind of a weird favorite, but this is the Suave Milk and Honey Moisturizing Body Wash. Here's what it looks like. This stuff is so stinking affordable, and I really do love this scent. It like reminds me of just like a warm, I don't know, it smells incredibly good, just like a warm vanilla-y scent. I think it's like a vanilla and like honey cream mixture. The only thing with this is that it doesn't last that long. That's kind of my main, not even gripe with this, but you know, you'll use it in the shower or whatever, you'll get out and it's like you didn't even use it, which for me is kind of a good thing, because once I'm out of the shower, I like to put on different lotions, and I don't want to have to worry about like it like not mixing well with whatever body wash I use, like the scent or anything like that. So the throw, if you will, on this product isn't that great, but when you're in the shower, it's a nice little like good smelling scent, and it definitely gets the job done as far as a body wash goes. So I wanted to recommend this just because it smells good, it gets the job done, and I've really been enjoying it recently. So this next product I'm pretty sure I mentioned in my last current favorites video. However, this product I've really been loving recently, like even more than I did when I talked about it in that video. It has been my go-to base product. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer in the shade 4N, Fair 4N. And if you've tried the foundation, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, because I really want to try that out. I've always been, and you probably have known this if you've been around for a while, but I'm pretty much a foundation girl. Like, when it comes to base products, the thing that I'm going for, not necessarily the most full coverage foundation, but I do want a foundation rather than a tinted moisturizer typically. However, this product has just been so easy for me. When, you know, I wake up in the morning, mornings are early at college, like they just are. It's like long nights, early mornings. I need something that is going to be quick and just get the bare minimum done for me. And so what I'll do, I'll typically use this with the Milani concealer I mentioned, but I'll just, you know, put it on a damp beauty blender, and once I put this over my face, it really does provide just the most, I don't know, like cohesive, like I feel like with my skin, it's not that it's like super discolored, but I want just cohesion. Like, I want my face to be overall the same color, and this allows that. It's not the most full coverage thing in the world. It's really not going to provide a lot of coverage. One thing it does provide is a little bit of like that evening of the color on your skin, which I like, and it also provides a little bit of like a luminous glow. It definitely is more of a satin dewy finish, so if you have oily skin or you're someone who doesn't really like that type of finish, you probably won't enjoy this. And because I do have dry skin, my skin just absolutely adores the hyaluronic acid and just loves this product, but I will warn you, if you're someone who has more oily skin, you are worried about the product transferring, you may not love this. For me, it wears, honestly, I think it looks better at the end of the day than it does when I initially put it on. But for some people, I have heard that they have problems with this transferring, so that if that's an issue for you, you may not want to try this out, or you just may want to set it with a really good powder, which when I do want a little bit more coverage, when I'm worried about my makeup, you know, coming off throughout the day, that is what I typically do. But this has been something I've been using like nonstop and definitely wanted to kind of re-recommend to you guys. Blush recommendation. I've been loving blush recently. I'm not wearing this one on my face right now, which kind of stinks. But you know what, now that I think about it, there's a good chance I mentioned this one in the last favorites video too. But I don't know, there's something about this blush that I have been loving. It's also super affordable, which is a big perk. This is the Maybelline Fit Me blush. I have mine in the shade Mauve, and I believe this is like $6 at Ulta. I think you can actually get it for like less at like Target or CVS or something like that. But here is the shade. It's just kind of this muted rosy mauve shade. And what I love about this is I'll dip my brush in it, and really, like, it's not that it's like super not pigmented, because it definitely does have pigment. You really can build it up to your liking. Like if you're wanting, you know, those super flush cheeks that are really in right now, you can get that. But if you're just wanting something quick and easy, which like I said, was typically wanting most mornings, I would just throw this on and it would give me just that little bit of a flush that I look for to make me look a little bit more alive. And I don't know, I just really like the formula on this. I thought it was pretty long lasting. I do typically have problems with my blush fading throughout the day, and this one seems to last, you know, a pretty good while. So this is another one that I wanted to share with you guys. So I used to always think of myself as someone that just enjoyed drinking coffee. I kind of considered it to be like a ritual, if you will. It was more of just like the thing that I did to get my routine going. It wasn't that I was like dependent on it. I didn't need the caffeine, or at least I thought. Then I went to college, and like I would try and go to a class without actually like having had my coffee in the morning, and I was like, oh, I'll just have it when I get back because, you know, time. But then I realized that I really am dependent on coffee. Like, I know it's terrible to say, but like I need my caffeine in the mornings. So I've kind of become a coffee connoisseur. I ended up getting a Keurig, use that every stinking morning, which was honestly great because I do have roommates. I don't have them right now because I'm home, but when I'm at school, I have roommates, and it's so quiet. Like, it just makes it so, because I always worry, you know, you don't want to like wake up your roommates or anything, especially because like the ones that I have sleep pretty late. So this is a great way for me to get my caffeine without having to like disturb anyone because it's so quiet. I just wanted to mention that about my Keurig. But anyway, I've tried out so many different types of pods to use for my coffee, and my number one is the Dunkin Donuts. And that's so weird because if you know me, you know I love Starbucks coffee. That's like my go-to chain coffee place. But the Dunkin Donuts original blend coffee pods are so good. They're downstairs. I was gonna get them, and then I said, no, I will just insert a picture. And then another one that I really like, it's kind of weird that they're both donut related, but it's whatever. The Donut Shop, I believe it's like the medium or the regular blend. Those are really good too. And I don't know, like I find that they're strong, but not like too terribly strong. And of course you can, you know, try out, I believe there's like a variety pack you can get somewhere, but that is something I've really been loving and has kind of become like a new thing for me, like really just being into coffee. So I wanted to share those recommendations too, my coffee obsessions. Next, I have an eyeshadow quad that I've been loving. I did a review on this a few months back. If you want to check it out, I'll have it in the cards as well as linked down below. But this is, sorry, I had to look at the name because I couldn't remember, but it's the CoverGirl Quad in Zenning Out. I believe they came out with these over the summer. They're around $10 and they have 4 different shades in them, obviously a quad. If you want more information, like I said, check out that video. But real briefly, this is like the perfect fall quad. I'm wearing out my eyes today. It's super, super easy to use. One thing I will say is this shade on the very end, that darker shade, not the best. Like, gonna be fallout, not gonna be the most blendable. But all the 3 other shades, this is just the most easy thing to use when you're wanting something just quick that looks like you tried but really is kind of effortless as well. And this shade in particular, this matte kind of taupey cool tone shade, is amazing. I've been looking for a shade like that forever. It's super blendable and just works great, and I don't have much fallout with it at all. It's so great when I'm in a pinch too, when I'm just wanting something that like is gonna look real good but I don't have the time to really put in the effort. That matte saves me. So this is something that I've really been enjoying. I would recommend checking out if you haven't, and they have a couple other shades, so this has been something I've been enjoying. This is one that I have loved for quite a while, but I don't think I've ever mentioned it in a formal favorites video, and I've been kind of into it again. Not good because it is it is a pricier item, I would say, but this is the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. Here's what it looks like. This is the like mini size, travel size version of it. This dry shampoo, I typically use the Batiste one just because this one's pricey, and they do the same thing when it comes to like actually making your hair look clean. But when it comes to like cleaning your hair, like making it feel clean, I really believe this one does that. And I've heard a lot of people say they feel the same way. Like their hair just feels cleaner whenever they use this product. And this one does add a little bit more volume than I feel like a lot of the other ones do. Plus, I know a lot of people don't love the scent on this, but I kind of do. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't know, I like it. And it's so easy to use. Yes, it's kind of more of like a luxury product. I definitely don't need it, but if you are looking to treat yourself or maybe a loved one for the holidays, this is something that I love. And I'm gonna miss it when it runs out. I don't think I should buy another one. Who knows if I will or not, but I will definitely miss it when I run out. So now for my face mask recommendation. These are all 3 from Kitsch. I have, honestly, my more favorite patterns on like a little hook downstairs with my car keys. Again, didn't want to run and go get those. But I also have like some in my car. I have these basically everywhere. I have 2 different sets along with some other face masks, but Kitsch is my favorite brand. I'll insert the 2 sets that I have on the screen. I honestly think these are relatively priced in that you can reuse them and wash them. I ended up, so this is from the newer pack that I have, and this is one from the older one. This one I have washed, this one I haven't, and you can see it's a little like shrunken, but for me it still works. I mean, it definitely did not ruin or damage the product at all, and that was like a very abrasive washer and dryer that I was using, so if it withstood that, it'll probably do a lot more. And I think they even say like don't put it in a washer, like hand wash it. I don't know, I could be wrong with that. I'll put like a disclaimer on the screen. But as far as these face masks go, first off, they're incredibly cute, but also one thing for me is I've tried quite a few. Like you'll go in a boutique and you'll like, you know, get one and you'll be like, wow, that is like incredibly heavy. Like it just like feels like you cannot breathe. Like I don't know what type of fabric they're using, but it just is not the best for breathing. And then some of them are just so light that like that can't be doing anything. Like it's almost like why even wear a mask if you're gonna wear something that just isn't that protective. But these, I feel like they are protecting me pretty well and I can still breathe. Like I don't feel like I'm being weighed down or anything like that. I like the size. They don't look too awkward or anything like that. Like these are definitely the most comfortable that I have found, and they're the cutest. They have so many different styles. I think they actually just came out with a new pack, and so many different retailers carry these masks, so you can probably find them so many different places. I'm gonna link the ones that these are gonna be affiliate links, but I'm gonna link the ones that are available at Ulta just because that's where I got mine. But you can get them like at Aerie, you can get them at so many different places, and I know that you probably have heard of the Kitsch masks before. I feel like so many different people have them, but sometimes I feel like I see like whether it's like a certain brand of shoes or, you know, a certain headband or something, and you'll see it worn by a million people and you're like, what brand is that? So if you are out of the know or if you are unsure, are these really worth it? I would definitely say so. You get a lot of use out of them. I've only lost one, so go me. But yeah, that's my recommendation. Moving on. So I recommend this actually pretty often. Pretty much every chance I can get, I will recommend this product because I love it so much. It is the Vaseline Lip Therapy. I believe this is one of like the mini versions. I have this in Rosy Lips as well, and that's so good. But my favorite for this time of year is the Creme Brulee scent, or like type flavor, whatever you want to call it. It really just kind of smells like a warm vanilla-y scent, but Vaseline is my go-to. Like it is my #1 favorite. As far as a lip product, like lip balm goes. Yes, I love my Laneige Lip Glowy Balm, but that is like 17 times the price of this. So I believe those are like $17. And this one, the only thing with it is they are in like little tubes. So really the only time I use this is when I'm home, which, you know, recently has been quite often. And I'll just, you know, I can use it quite frequently. But if you're going out and about, you don't, like, I've said this for like whenever I recommend this, you don't want to be dipping your finger in it, especially now when you're out and about, when your hands, like, that's just not sanitary. So you could always get like a little like a paddle or something. I don't know how you would transport that, I don't know, but this is one of the most just, it's so soothing, and it really does hydrate and moisturize my lips. I feel like it actually does something and helps my lips to stay protected. Like when I would go out in the cold, this would be amazing. It hasn't quite gotten that cold here yet, but if it does, I will definitely be layering this up before I go out. I really just wanted to recommend it because, you know, you see these type of things, you're like, are they really that good? Yes, they are really that good. Like, definitely recommend. If you're not into the scent thing, you could always get like just the original version, which might be even easier to find. But if you like something that's a little bit more seasonal, kind of holiday, fall, that kind of feeling related, then I think you'd enjoy this scent. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you found a few new products that you want to try out, that you want to put on your like wish list or anything. I would love to hear what products you guys have been loving recently, what you recommend in the comments below. I love interacting with you. It's one of like my favorite things about like my channel. I just love talking with you guys. So anything you have to say, let me know in the comments. If you're new here and you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you would do that. And if you want to be notified whenever I upload a video in the future, definitely click the bell icon that's next to that subscribe button. That way you will be notified on all things that's happening on the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today's video and support. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you guys know how much really how thankful I am for all of you and everything y'all do. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great couple of days until the next video goes live, and when it does, I will see you then. Bye.